Oh, yeah. I got a green screen now. I don't know how... My editing skill still sucks, so I don't know how much green is still going to be there. But it's there. Now no one has to look at all the random shit I have in the background and the giant mess that it is. It's like production value is getting higher up. It's nice getting stuff with my own money. I worked for that. I probably just could have gotten any green blanket and would have done, but I feel good about that. I almost feel professional. We're going to spend the next 10 minutes just admiring what I'm looking at. Actually, I probably shouldn't, because I always have this in the lower right corner. So if I manage to get that to disappear, it's going to look like I'm just looking at certain things. I should probably do this. I'm not helping any cause. I'm not helping. I should edit that out. I'm going to edit that out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the humble internet. It's too late. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the humble internet. My name is Ryan, aka the Ryeman, and we have returned to another exciting episode of Ryeman's Bizarre Adventures in the Winds of Change. The last time that we were here, I just made Valessa the leader of a nation. Fortame looks sweet. Are you a bunny? I want to say he's part rabbit. He's got long ears, but the ears look weird. It's the buck teeth. Unless he's part beaver. Are you like a mutt? Is that super racist for me to say?
Hey, Valessa, calm down.
And he's happy again.
This means I get to replace you as the scribe? You'll have to give me some last-minute training, you know.
Oh, right. I guess you are a little rusty. No worries. I'll take good care of you. Things will go swimmingly. Trust me.
Wait, did you catch that? Go back. Can I... Damn it. I wanted to go back in dialogue, because at the very end of that, it sounded like her voice actress was trying to take a breath, like she was going to say something else, or she probably just ran out of oxygen. It's clear that she's jubilant. I don't think I've ever seen her this excited in a while. This would change the entire way she approached our journey.
And I just want to thank you even more, Seer. You decided to keep Peregrino the way it is. I'm grateful. That's a huge step towards our continued independence.
You see, deep inside of her, well, not so deep anymore, like, she has this burning desire for freedom and independence, and that's awesome in a character. I wonder if I can line this up perfectly. First try, and then just have to go on muscle memory from there. So, wait, if I usually position my camera over there, and so like that, if I go over more, boop, I'm going to be ecstatic if I booped her nose on the first try. But if she's over here, if she's more over here, I'm guessing, what was I petting before? If I just do broad strokes, am I patting her head? Am I patting? I've never worked with a green screen before. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Fortane, you're over here. I can't reach you, brother.
Well, it seems like we have our work cut out for us. I'm a little upset that you didn't pick me, but I'll get over it. At the end of the day, I'm not just tagging along anymore. The position of Elder has only been open for a day, but I've been training to become a scribe for my entire life. Maybe, in this case, things worked out for the best.
I'm glad he's gone positive. He gives me a wide smile before walking towards the door. But before he leaves, he turns back and looks at us both.
You coming, Valessa?
I think she already did. I this is why we can't have good things. I think not only should I end the episode there, I should probably end the series there. And then end my YouTube career entirely, because we're not topping that. That is the pinnacle of entertainment. She's moved over. Boop!
Oh, sure. Just give me a few more minutes. I
I'm sorry, that line did not fucking help.
Fair enough. Good night.
Good night! After he leaves, well, let's let out a loud sigh. She presses it back against the wall and closes her eyes. Oh my god, I ran out of oxygen during all that, so now I had a yawn to intake more.
For once, the future doesn't seem so uncertain. I'm sure I'll be put in a lot of complicated situations, Sir. Your wisdom is just as important to Valinor's future as I am.
My hair is always a goddamn mess, I know. But is that all?
Remember how you went to Miles today, instead of telling me?
I did?
If your visions involve my leadership, or Valinor's safety, please come to me. Otherwise, I'll train Fortune to take good care of you. He's in good hands.
She exits the room with what I can only describe as the utmost confidence. So does that mean I can sleep now? Who's messaging me at 11 o'clock at night? Jared! Jared, what are you sending me, brother? Oh no. Oh no, Jared. Jared, aka the Tuba Man, by the way. This is why Jared and I are friends. This is what he sends me. Hold on, can you see it? Focus. Focus. I'll read it in case it didn't want to focus. No one in Antarctica has COVID-19. Dad, don't. It's because they're ice. Oh, lady. Oh my god, this episode is fucking special. More ways than one. Her posture, her steps, it all displays something like a newborn resolve. It's like Beyonce was fucking playing in the background as she was walking out. This is my walk, by the way, when my confidence levels are high. And for good reason, too. We just decided the direction of our nation's future. I make my way back to bed and practically collapse on it. Hopefully I get enough sleep for our journey to the Outlook. I haven't had sleep in like 6 years, dude. Surrendering to heavy eyelids, I lose myself to the night. And that sounds like a song title. Oh my god, I've got tears in my eyes. That was all glorious. That was gorgeous and glorious. It isn't much longer before I fall asleep. But much to my dismay, I get no rest that night. For the fates had something else in store. Before I can even comprehend what happened, I'm whisked away from Peregino. This isn't a vision. Those don't happen so fast after falling asleep. This is different. I rub my eyes and try to take in more of my surroundings. Where the fuck am I? I look like I'm in the middle of a Gothic cathedral with candelabras. I kind of like it. the decor and everything. I think that's a throne with like a fucking snow globe in the middle. It's so dark, with architecture unlike anything I've ever seen. There's nobody here. I'm all by myself, except for that. At the other end of the room, it pulsates and glows. I don't like where this is going. As I look at it, I feel something burn deep inside of me. Not in a bad way, no. This is more like a burning desire. It's calling out to me. It wants me to get closer. Oh, okay, we're back to point and click adventure. Can I look at anything else? I should probably just... I take one step forward. Or the camera just fucking zooms in. I could have done even that in my editor. Keeping my eyes on the mysterious object. As soon as my foot lands on the ground, pain courses through my body. I'm brought to my knees. It's almost like it's slowly draining my energy. When it subsides, I stand back up, but the desire hasn't gone away. I need to get closer. I need to know exactly what this thing is. My burning curiosity trumps any care for my own well-being. I don't know why, but that last line of my curiosity, like, trumps my own well-being, it reminds me of this one part from Ark the Lad, where it's like later, much later in the game, where you're going around and you come across this fuse box, right? And you can interact with the fuse box. And you click on it, and Ark is like, huh, what does this do? And you get the option to poke it. Yes, you get the option to poke the fucking fuse box. And of course it electrocutes you and sends you the fuck back. And then you get back up. And you can keep interacting with it. And be like, I still wonder what this is. And you can keep poking the fucking fuse box and getting electrical shocks. Until one of your party members has to actually slam the brakes on the entire narrative and story and say, Ark, what the fuck are you doing? No one else is going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. No one else is going to have any idea, have a fucking clue as to, even if they did play Ark the Lad, what the fuck I'm talking about. It's one of those weird ass things that jumps into my brain. Some memory that lies dormant until something stupid comes up and reminds me of it. And I just gotta shake my head like an Etch-a-Sketch and clear the whole board. It's almost like my body is moving on its own, without my input. Can I do anything else? No. I take another step, and the pain returns to my body. But this time, it's worse. I'm brought to my knees, and I can't seem to get back up. It's tearing me apart! I pan heavily, unable to move as it continues to harm my spirit.
Stop.
This is literally that goddamn moment where someone from the party has to stop the narrative and go, what the fuck are you doing? Stop harming yourself! But this is the triumvirate. I can recognize the voice. I immediately fall to the ground and hear the voice from behind me. But it's not a bad thing, as I gain full control over my body. Whatever was controlling me, they had put a stop to it. I turn around and take a few steps towards them, grateful. Thank you for saving me from my own stupidity. I could tell the farther away from the object I was, the better. But when I reach this mysterious person, I'm not prepared for what I see.
It's almost instinctual now. Interesting. Sorry for not being here right away. I didn't know you'd come so fast. That means things have slowed down on your end. I see.
My mind went straight to the goddamn gutter. The triumvirate, I can tell right away. Or at least one of them, since I only see one cloak before me. Unless they're all midgets and they're like stacked on top of each other with the same cloak. I start to panic and reach for the Blade of Exodus.
No.
Okay. They wave their hand forward, and I can no longer move. Letting out a chuckle, they start walking toward me.
So you remain pure, even now. Interesting. I expected to see the seeds of corruption within you. Is it possible you know? No. That can't be right.
What? First of all, I'm the last person on this fucking planet anyone would call pure. Unless you mean... No. What?
There is no way to discern the consequences of your actions. You act instinctively, much like before. You do what you think is right. But what is right, and what is pure, well, those are two different things.
Is this because I thought it was a stupid idea for a bar to be turned into a barracks? Because there was not going to be enough room. There's not enough room. Is that what we're talking about? They strike a pose like they're in fucking JoJo. As if they're lost in thought.
You know who I am.
I do?
Or at least, what I belong to. I speak not for the triumvirate, but of my own accord. Not that this would go against the wishes of my subordinates.
Subordinates? Wait, does this mean I'm in the presence of the triumvirate's leader?
That power within you is a truly wonderful thing. So much strength, gifted to you by the realm of spirits. But you have to ask yourself, is it truly a gift? Do you act in Alestia's best interests? Or in the spirits? Until now, everyone in Valinor assumed the two aligned. But things are changing. They're starting to make a push.
I strain myself, trying to move, but to no avail. Whatever they've done, they've taken over control of my body.
What purpose is your journey if it ends in complete corruption? Keep that in mind as you stride forward. And make those tough choices. Many of them breed corruption. The pursuit of strength, for example. Before you go, I did call you here for one purpose.
They motion to the auto at the back of the room, before waving their arm. As the ability to move returns to my body, I stumble, failing to balance myself. Well, I guess I would fall if I can't fucking balance myself! Failing to balance myself. How's it possible to do this? Can they manipulate spiritual energy without the blade? I regain my balance and immediately turn to look at the idol.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's a blue ball.
There's never been a more pure form of corruption.
Fucking what?
You seek to dethrone us. Isn't that your goal?
I don't know at this point. I just want to go home.
In that case, remember one thing.
They tilt their head, and though I can't see their face, I assume they're smiling. With a final wave of their hand, I collapse to the ground, and my vision fades away.
The only thing that can destroy pure corruption is purity itself, embodied.
I hear their words, but I seem to exist in a void of nothingness. I don't understand what just happened. I'm only left with a multitude of questions, as is everyone watching this series. My actions can influence the purity or corruption of the power inside of me? So, wait, I'm gonna guess that there is, then what, a definitive good and bad ending? Because I never revisited Major Minor to see the other endings. I was told that there really is no bad ending. There's just whatever ending that I got, but... So, wait, if I'm pure, I win the war, right? If I'm corrupt, then I'm guessing whatever plan they've got is I don't know. I'm super fucking confused. Oh, God. I'm super confused. But it's only technically the beginning of the game still. That doesn't make any sense. You've just summed up my entire thought process. But then again, maybe that's what they wanted. They want to confuse me, to try and push me down a different path. Of course, they want to scare me away from decisions that would harm their reign. Or would they? Oh, it's nice to know the achievement shit's still working. Almost immediately, I found myself back in Perigino. I got no sleep. And thanks to what just happened, I doubt I would on any other night. The lingering fright is that this may happen again was almost crippling. The sun shines through the window, illuminating the room. I can see how covered in dust everything is. Overnight patrons must be rare. That is no goddamn excuse. Who's running this fucking establishment again? I will go Gordon Ramsay's hotel hell on your ass. That was a show. I'm sure you know it. Now I really want to go watch that show again. As I do, there's a knock on the door. I'm awake anyway. Fucking come in. Without hesitation, the door swings open a few moments later. Valesa and Forte entered, displaying a level of energy that makes me envious. Morning people. I can't stand them. Must be time to leave. As soon as we walked out the door, our journey would begin.
Hey, Sierra. Good morning. We all slept in a bit late, so we're skipping breakfast. Ulrich's orders, so there's no point in fighting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but our next stop is Mazeo. As soon as we get there, I'll buy us all apples. Man, it's been way too long since
Oh,
I've had
God.
apples.
I forgot about the goddamn apple subplot.
A one-track mind as usual. But, to be honest, it does sound tasty. Hopefully they aren't too expensive.
It's a fucking apple!
So, are you ready to go? Ulrich and Pro are waiting out front. I guess the outlook is pretty close to Peregrino.
Peregrino. I keep calling it Perigino, like it's a fucking Italian topping on pasta.
I'm good. Unless there's something else we need to do.
They both look at me. I guess it's my choice. I guess it'd be a good chance to get some private time with my friends? But Ulrich and Pros could get impatient if we waste time chatting in Peregrino. Either way, I know one thing for certain. I shouldn't tell them what happened. The Triumvirate taking me to their chambers. And personally, would they even believe me? I don't believe you, and I was fucking there. I should let it process for a bit longer and see if it happens again before telling anybody. I pause and they wait for my next move. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Over the course of the game, you will make many important decisions. These will increase a background stat known as purity and corruption. A representation of how you carry yourself in the world. It also determines the nature of power you hold within, and your values as a leader. You can keep track of your numbers on the save screen. That's what that shit is? Choices will not be marked by their alignment. Think carefully before making important decisions. You won't know their true nature until afterwards. Icons are displayed in the game world after important choices. These will help you learn what has changed and reflect on your choices. dialogue and key plot events will change depending on your alignment. This party banter is affected by your choice. Okay. You chose to keep. What do you mean? Heart-to-heart conversations. What is this game? You now have access to heart-to-heart conversations. These are access just like regular one-on-one conversations, but are marked by a heart. Each character has a personal plot that spans the entirety of your adventure. Make sure to access these important conversations as soon as you can. These conversations can only be played once. And your decisions are 100% final. They will impact your relationship with the character, as well as their personal journey. Oh no! Oh no! Of course. Oh no! Oh no! Well, I have maybe I have a little bit of time. Maybe. Alright, so okay. We might as well see what the fuck this is. Valissa is walking one end of the room to the other. She looks annoyed. 14, take cover, because if everyone take cover. It could be any number of things, but I decided to talk to her and figure things out. As soon as I approach her, she stops in her tracks and lets out an exasperated sigh.
You know, I thought things would be different. If you made me the elder, I'd have a big game plan. And I thought I did. But I realized how little I know.
Girl, you've been leader for like probably 8 hours overnight sleeping. We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Literally nothing has even been put into motion yet. Calm down. Calm down. Have some dip.
Obviously, keeping our independence is important, right? But I've realized that's actually kind of insignificant. Our problems are here in the present, not out in the future.
That is very smart. But gotta remember, while yes, we have problems now, it's also important to have a plan for tomorrow. No one said being a leader was easy.
Maintaining our identity is a plan for the future. If Valinor succumbs to the cold, there'll be nothing left to maintain. I still believe we need our independence, but that can't happen for a while.
Maybe, true, yeah.
So, against my better judgment, alliances might be necessary. I doubt we can find a way to save Valinor all on our own. We'll require knowledge from all corners of Alestia.
I like that. We can keep our independence, but at the same time, we can still have important alliances. Everyone gets what we can desire. Freedom. Powerful allies. We will solve this shit together.
So, that might make things a bit tricky. Rebuilding a nation that wants nothing to do with you. Who'd help me if I planned to give nothing in return? Sorry for rambling on. It's just a lot to take in. But being able to talk about it definitely helps. Thanks, Seer. At the end of the day, being able to confide in you is great.
Cool. Yeah, you see, look! We will handle everything together. She blushes and rubs the back of her head with. I had a stroke. She she blushes and rubs the back of her head with the hand. I don't know why you're blushing, girl. I'm stating facts. Shuffling awkwardly in place, I could tell she's flattered. Oh, she's just receiving good compliments, at least. Good. Good. What? Why do I get this funny feeling? Wait.
That's good to hear, Seer. Nobody should go through this stuff alone. It's a lot better, feeling like I'm part of a team.
Alright, cool, we're part of a team. Why do I feel awkward? I feel weird. Where were the other decisions? I didn't even fucking read them. She seems to... Wait. She seems to disregard my advance? So I decide to back off? What do you mean, my advance? What do you mean, my advance? All I said was we'll handle this shit as a team. What? Perhaps the timing wasn't perfect? I could always try again later? For what? What do you mean?
Let's not get too far off track, alright?
What? It's hard to read her next expression, but she shuffles about some more. Taking a few steps away from me, she rests her back against the wall. I step closer to her, inching ourselves away from Fortane.
What am I going to do?
What did I say that was so awkward? I thought I was choosing, like, the friendly approach. Like, we'll handle this as a team. Why do I feel awkward now?
I want Valenor's independence, but I can't get it alone. As we travel the world, I'll need help wherever I can get it. Connecting our nation with the spirits isn't something I can do alone.
Alright, we're just gonna go back on track. As she again expresses what I just said, we'll handle this shit as a team.
I have no idea how I'll get it done, though. Like I said, I'll need help from the outside world. What an odd idea. Alliances to achieve independence?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, people would just think I'm using them. In order to do this efficiently, I'd have to keep it a secret. Glean information wherever I can without telling anybody why.
What?
A book here, a conversation there, until I find a solution. At the end of the day, nobody would know what I was up to. But when our journey is over, I'd have the means to save Valenorth.
So you're gonna get all Game of Thronesy.
That sounds so unethical.
Well, when I put it that
But
way.
is it really? If it saves our nation? What do you think about all of this, Seer?
I think I should stop making decisions. I think I should stop making decisions. It's a good idea. Keep it a secret from everybody. Look. I'm gonna go with the friendly option again here, alright? Be honest about what you're doing, Melissa. No one wants to deal with a cunt.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If I got caught, things would go wrong. Don't want to harm our chances of saving the world. Can you imagine if somebody did that to us? helping us out, only to use us for information? I feel bad for suggesting it, but dire times.
I'm getting major minor flashbacks again.
Thanks for giving me your advice here. It's good to have some
That
direction.
goddamn fucking
I
Riley.
was feeling lost. I'm glad to know we can keep working together like this.
Good, great. Thinking the same thing. Like goddamn fucking Riley, I swear to Christ. I'm gonna boot up Major Minor again just to punch him in the nose. We could do more if we just work together. Oh wait, we can do more than just work together. What do you mean by that? There's hearts, but then this is also hearts. There's hearts, but then there's also hearts. No, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I know. Trust me. I know.
You know what?
Is this really the time to talk about that stuff? It's not that I'm not interested. It's just... timing.
You're not that... It's not that you're not interested in what? See, now you're making things awkward.
Maybe I'll feel a bit different once we get to Mazeo. Settling down in the Rebel HQ might make things easier. Right now, there's just so much happening, and we're mobile.
Why are I know I haven't played in a while. I gotta go back and look at, like, what all the different things mean. Fists, I remember it's like strength and more... Yeah, more strength-oriented answers, right? I don't remember what harp is. I remember that it was a harp. I saw a harp. And then there was hearts. There was a whole bunch of different hearts. And I just think that one of them meant friendly. What's friendly? Now I'm just super confused, and I know there's one person out there who's sitting there like...
It'll take some time before I can think about that stuff. If only the day went by normally. Who knows what would have happened?
I don't fucking know. She smiles at me, and it seems like she's accepting my advances towards what? Like being a co-elder? Like your vice president? Is that what I'd be? Your vice Is it like vice president? Can you be a vice elder? However, the way things were, I understood her exception. It'd be better to talk about that stuff later on.
Let's get things moving, alright? Like I said, I have a better sense of direction now. Or at the very least, my mind is more clear. That's all I needed.
Are you ever going to use that bow on your back? Letting out a loud sigh, she starts to walk away. I'm glad I decided to reach out to her like this. A clouded mind could affect her performance. If we wanted to win this, everyone would need to be resolute. I shouldn't miss any opportunity to bond with my friends and comrades. Their survival and future would directly relate to their morale. Taking things further. Oh, doing the heart things. Wait, does that mean I can still talk to her? Oh my. Oh, there was a check mark right there. Oh, I completely forgot what these were. I probably off-screen should have started from the beginning just to reorient myself. Anyway, I got enough time, just barely enough time, to go through Fortane. Now something's bothering Fortane. I approach him and decide to ask what's on his mind. He seems a little startled, like he was indeed lost in thought.
Oh, hey there, Seer.
What's up?
What's wrong? Nothing, really. I'm just thinking about, well, everything.
It is a lot to take in. You're working with a seer who has no idea what anything in the game is anymore, apparently.
I got a good sleep last night, so that helped. better than being restless and alone with my thoughts. I'm just thinking about the future a lot right now.
Who isn't?
Most importantly, it's Valenor's future that concerns me. We know what Valesso wants to do as Elder, but I'm worried. I've read that nations fall due to a leader's stubborn nature.
Is this all around the tree? Is this eventually going to revolve around you and the fucking giant tree, how you want to climb it one day?
I'd rather see Valinor live alongside the other nations. It's a lot preferable to the concept of dying alone. I think it's just time to turn some pages. You know?
14. I just had this conversation with Alessa. We can have that while still being independent. It's called having allies. He gives me nervous laughs before shuffling awkwardly. Everyone's awkward. There's nothing to be awkward about. There's something else on his mind, I can tell. It's not my place to pry, so I wait for him to speak.
I know I look pretty well rested, but I'm not. This is pretty embarrassing for me to say, so don't laugh. Last night, I had a really bad dream.
You
I
bitch!
almost cried.
You bitch! Oh no, I'm sorry, I laughed at you.
We were making our way down toward Mazeo, but we weren't with Pro and Ulrich. It was our parents. I kept telling them not to go. I knew they wouldn't come back.
Oh. He clenches his fist and trembles slightly.
But they didn't listen. They just kept going. I ran until my legs could barely move. Then I ran even more. It actually felt like I could save them. If I only tried.
I guess that means you didn't try.
Eventually, we made it to the gates of Mazeo. Or at least I think they were. I've never actually been there. But this is the worst part. They finally turned to face us. And that's when I realized something shocking. I don't remember what my parents looked like, Seer. Their faces were a blur, almost like they were nobody. They started to speak, but I didn't recognize their voices. Has it been so long that I'm forgetting my own parents? I tried so hard to picture them when I woke up. I couldn't.
It reminds me of a sad scene from The Walking Dead, really. I won't get into that.
When they died, everyone told me they weren't really gone. That they'd live on forever, inside of my memory. But even that's fading, Seer. What happens next? Back at the Grand Tree, I said I wanted vengeance. I wanted to take down the Triumvirate to avenge our parents. But this dream was kind of like a wake-up call, you know?
For what?
Why should I fight for something that doesn't exist?
Oh.
And better yet, something I can't even picture in my head. There are so many reasons to fight, all of them less selfish.
I don't know. Doom Guy went on a rampage because someone killed his pet Money. Something that I can totally sympathize with. You're good with vengeance.
So, I think I want to fight for you. I want to make sure that you're safe, and you survive this. When it comes to you, the entirety of Alestia is at stake.
You know, when you think about it, Batman. Be like Batman. You already got the ears. I don't think you're part Bat. I don't know what the fuck you're a mix of, but you could be like Batman. Everyone should always strive to be like Batman. I want that Clays. I want you to patch this shit right the fuck now for it to say, for one of the options to be like Batman. Oh boy. 14, don't fucking cry. There's literally women in the room. I could tell he's fighting back tears. It's almost like this dream is helping him move on from his parents. He's becoming more grounded in reality. In the here and now. I was gonna say I'm not hugging him. And the fact that hugging him is literally one of the options. In a 50-50 pick here, I'm gonna have to go with he's gotta find his own inner strength. Find your own inner strength, kids. I just had a powerful meeting. I decided to stand my ground and let him overcome this. I wouldn't always be there to console him. He needed strength. Without it, he might not survive this war. This was the right choice.
At the end of the dream, when they turned back, I ran toward them and tried to hug them one more time. I told them I loved them, but nothing happened. I felt nothing. That emptiness. That nothingness. Is that what I really want to fight for? No. There's real, breathing people to fight for.
I stopped myself from slamming my desk and be like, ah! I did it anyway! So, yes, we remember the dead, but we fight for the living. He looks at me and then at Valessa, and at the other end of the room. He smiles, seeming to have stifled those imminent tears from earlier.
So that's what I'll do. I won't pursue justice for a memory, let alone a memory that's almost gone.
He's starting to become like Batman!
I'll do it for you, and those around me, so nobody else has to lose a home, or parents. When this is all over, everyone will be happy.
Okay, with those lines, I think you're like a 1/3 of the way, less than 1/3 of the way for being Batman. You know what? You gotta be more than Batman. You're obviously not gonna be avenging your parents, so you just gotta rise. Your vengeance and anger levels have to rise to a point of, here's Batman, here's Alex Jones, and it's slightly above him, only very slightly. In fact, it's kind of interlapping, is Doom Guy. You're probably not going to reach my levels so don't worry on that. So, be like Alex Jones. I don't know if I should name this episode Be More Like Batman or Be More Like Alex
Fighting
Jones,
for vengeance
but
would only serve me. I'm better than that, and I'm only realizing it now. I wonder if this dream was a gift from the spirits.
let's not go crazy. His smile grows wider, and I can tell he's calmed down. You see what's happened because I didn't hug him? He's grown stronger. If I didn't, he'd suffer in silence, affecting his judgment.
Well then, let's get going. We have a long journey ahead of us. Better get it started now. I'm pumped up.
Hell yeah! We're all gonna be more like Alex Jones. Why was that so awkward with Valessa? So, wait, hold on. Are we done? Wait, was there a book? No book. No book. Check marks everywhere. Oh. Is this it? The outlook? We finally left and we're advancing in the story!